Welcome back everybody to Galactic Science 2. Okay, let's go back to the quest book and we got some things to do. Namely, I want to get to a stage where I can start churning out this metal on without having to go through a furnace. Now I think the thing that had to do that is this thing here, casting molten metal. Will be great. So the theory is we get the metal caster. We've already got a magma crucible, so we should be able to use that to melt down the iron, the broken iron stuff, theoretically, into the molten components. I hope. If not, we could probably do something else, namely, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but anyway. So I need to make a metal caster. And we also get given a lot of things, like fluid import buses, fantastic. 10 fluid export buses. Okay, so that's going to help us like set this thing up. Right. So, for what us to go forward, we need to make a casting metal caster. So metal, this thing here, metal caster, which is a machine frame plus a block of iron. We have a block of iron. We have one machine frame in here. I've been leaving my lasers go consistently to make even more machine frames. So we're going to add that, one block of iron, and we can actually make a lot of other things like molds and stuff. Ooh. Okay, I want to make that. Instead of that, boom, done. Fine. Continue making it, build up that energy. So cool. We have now got a metal caster, which is another thing that I have never really used, so it's going to be interesting. Okay, so we've got our item rewards. Fantastic. So what's next? Get it in shape. So we need an ingot mold, a block mold, and a gear mold. As you saw, we did have now this thing. Let's I think we're going to actually set up a completely new completely new applied energistics system. I may have to like pop off, say, one of the ME drives to export the broken iron into, say, the caster here, and not entirely sure. How does one work this? Okay, so we take we take that, right? Yes, I'm definitely going to need to make up a completely separate applied energistics network to house just to work with all the fluids. Yeah, that sounds like a quite a decent thing to do. So, how am I going to do that? He asks. Right, we're going to actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that one back there. Take off the crafting terminal. Pop that off, and we're going to take one of these maybe we'll take two of them, why not? And then we're going to take our fluid storage drives. Okay, hello cat, how you doing? In your basket, thank you very much. Keep moving. Right. So what we're going to do with that, we're going to separate the whole system out. Or maybe not. Or just looking at how to set these things up. Oh, Mango, come on. It's a little distracting trying to work with a cat that's about to do things that you're not really expecting them to do. How am I going to do this? Maybe I'm trying to jump a little bit too far ahead of myself. Metal former. So let's have a look at the molds. Okay, so ingot mold is a block of iron. Okay, we happen to happily have a block of iron, so that's great. So we're going to do that. So one of those. Turn that off. Yep, it was done. Good, fantastic. The gear mold is, in fact, another block of iron. Yeah. So, we've got a magma crucible. Let's take that off and bring that over this way. Because this is where the one and only energy acceptor that I have. Right. Let's move some stuff around. Kind of pressing around the subject. I'm just going to have to just do it. Just do it. Take my axe. No. I'll have that back, thank you. Right. Take that. Break it down. Break down the autosieve. I'm going to take that. And what we're going to do, I'm going to change where the energy acceptor is. Place you there. Place the import bus down there like such. The autosieve. Place you there. Is that just a Steve or looks like it? Okay, that's a person I've never seen before. I would like to place... No? It's always going to be facing that way. Well, that's a shame. Right. Mango, really? Every single time. Right. So that's there. Done. Boom. Energy conduit. I might just have to find another way. Actually, hang on. No. I still have to do it that way. Still have to do it that way. Well, that brings that back online. Just have to see if I can find a better way to do this. I've got a feeling it's not going to be too neat, but it'll do the trick. Or not. There's got to be a better way to do this. There has to be a better way. Definitely a better way. Whether we just rev up all the machines, making sure there's not anything in them. Okay, magma crucible, that's empty. The photogenic, no, that's empty too. Gas liquefier. I'd rather not, but I'm going to have to. I do have a bit of snow on me, so that's okay. Right. So oxygen module, I don't know whether that's actually going to keep the items. Oh shit. Right. So that's that. That is that. Right, let's move, say, magma crucible there, which feeds into, whoops, the oxygen storage module, which then feeds into the oxygen compressor. I think that's about right. Configuration, exporting, that's importing, that's exporting. Oh, hang on. Gas liquefier. So that's got to go there. So that's got nothing. So then it go, can I actually put the magma crucible right there? Say, export that way. We should be able to put a piece of snow in there. Is it a piece of snow? I should have. I really should have paid attention to actually how this is all set out. So that's the storage. That's the where the oxygen tanks go. Right. Isolator, magma crucible. Huh. Well, perhaps I'll place. Why does that not have power? Is that supposed to have power? Yeah, hang on. Gas stored. It doesn't have energy. Uh-huh. I got a bad feeling. Yep. You need to supply power to the bottom of those things. Yes, well. So that has power. That's the oxygen pipe. I believe it's a fluid conduit. I wish I'd pay attention how this was set up. We'll be right back as soon as I've got this all sorted. Okay, and extract. There we go. I had to reload a backup save to find out what the hell I had actually done. Right, so that is going there. I'm actually going to push that wall back a bit more because I can, giving myself even more space. And then I believe the oxygen compressor goes on the end of this thing, on this chain like that. I think red is out, green is in. It could be the other way around. I believe it is the other way around. Yes, it is. All right. So while we're looking at inserting another valid tank, There we go. Not enough power, requires power. That's okay because we've got conduits. Or not? Oh. Well, that didn't... Well, it did kind of save us a bit. I'm able to... let's just pop that. Yeah, we've managed to like grab ourselves back some cables. Although there is nothing powering my systems now. Okay, so what we're going to do is just run something in the floor. Like that. Easy. Right, so I've also got to bridge that gap through there. Which now we can use like this side of this power line for a applied energistics circuit. We've got one here for solids. We could possibly even do another one over here for like solids or something like that. We can work around this. Right, so we have our ingot mold, which goes in there. Ignore redstone. So what I want to do is I want to take my basic crucible and we're going to export the liquid into there. So if I go to there and say take 64 broken iron ore. Cool! That is going to require power, which we can supply it. And that is filling that molten iron. And hopefully, once it hits like 1,000 millibuckets, it should make a piece of iron. At least I think so. No, piece of iron. Oh, that requires energy too? Well, shucks. That's not doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay. We do have enough for another piece of iron. So, okay, cool. No, that's not too shabby. In that case, I'll pop that off here. We like to supply the power alongside. I mean, we've got this power conduit here already. Why waste more when we don't need to? Magma crucible, like that. So we'll just change the configuration around a bit more. Fantastic. Boom. Place that in there. Hey! Cool! We're doing things and stuff. And we have to do something with that photogenic isolator at some stage. Right. Let's make some magic. 2 more blocks of iron. Now, why... Okay, so... Well, did I just make 2 of those? I did 2. Gotta be careful with that. I wonder if we can use that for anything else. Why can't I make a gear mold? I don't understand fully, but that's okay. Understanding is not required. We'll take... Hey, this is easy iron! Fantastic! Great! Make up ourselves another iron block. Can't place the iron in there because... inventory space, inventory space, inventory space. Right. That kind of sucks, but... never mind. We have 2 gear molds now. I may find a use for it. Now I have 3 gear molds. Do I have that lever? Yes, I do. I'm guessing. Okay, stop that snottiness. Oh dear, oh dear. I've made a few bits and pieces that I may not really need. Okay, whatever. Let's try and do that again. I wonder if there's such a way to actually break down the mold recipes. Okay, that's off, that's on. Now, is it the block mold I need for my recipe for... Yes, it is the block. Well, that doesn't do nothing. Well, shit. Oh well. So we've got a gear mold, which is fantastic. Let's get out of quest book to recognize that fact. Or I have to have all of them in my inventory, so I'd recognize them. Oh, that's interesting. You can actually store those in there. Huh? What's going on here, I wonder? I think the problem is that there's no actual GUI indication that the molds themselves have been selected like a normal product. There's a bit of an overlap there. So if I clear that now, consume, no, detect. Why for you not detect? It's not a big thing that I've got here now, but I mean, 128 water is neither here nor there as a reward, but that I'd like to have that. Just for the completionist in me would like to see that, to be able to complete that. But we have these things now. I'm not sure if it's actually a different kind of mold. Bullet mold. Soft. So those are soft molds, those are normal molds. Aha. Something we're not going to need. So I can just store those in there. Oh well. Hey, but we've got a really good way to actually just smash out iron blocks now. Fantastic. Sensational. So, what's next? Lindsay has power. Or stop the hammer time. I honestly don't know if... Well, I've got the blocks of iron. That's a given. Oh, hang on. I in fact do have the block of diamond. What was the rest of that for the quarry? And 10 blocks of iron. Well, yeah, and a block of gold. Actually, let's put the block mold in. And... Oops, no, that's got to go in the crucible. So, what am I going to do between this episode and next? We'll get the quarry. I'm going to set that up somewhere, get that pumping. As we know, as most people would know, what a quarry does is mines out a large area of landmass, and we're going to be piping that hopefully back straight into the quote-unquote analyzer or the sifter, and that's going to be going straight back into my applied energistics like the one lowly disk drive there that I've already got, so we can progress on further from that. But yeah, we've got the block of diamond. Yeah, it's going to take a little while to get the ingots, the block. Let's just clear that out of the way. That's for argument's sake. Got 6 blocks of iron there, 7. Probably wouldn't take that long, but yeah. Alright folks, if you've liked the episode and liked the series thus far, do go ahead and click that like button. If you're interested in anything else I've done in the past, do go ahead to some of the playlists over to the right hand side and check those out. And of course, have a good day. As something different to add to the end of my episodes. I'll see you next time.